everybody. This is Ginger, and this is Ginger's Chat Show. I hope all is... Sorry. I hope all is well. Weather has been kind of crazy this past week, and we had some rain last night. Yesterday morning we had frost. You could tell by the roofs of the other apartment complex across the way here, their roofs were pretty icy. Anyway, today I'm going to be discussing the disgust that I have of the DOJ and Trump. And Congress needs to grow a spine. I mean, they're doing some of it, but they need to do more of it. Of course, sadly, yesterday, a young mother was shot and killed by an ICE officer. And by the angle of the videos and everything else, that was blatant, cold-blooded murder. And and Noam and Vance are trying to cover it up. There was no danger to the officer's life, or a so-called officer's life. You know why I say it's so-called? He's so-called? Because I bet you he didn't have the training. Majority of these ICE officers don't show any professionalism and training at all. They just blatantly bully. Is what they do. And I think of course, full well, 3/4 of them are January 6 convicts that were in jail, and Trump pardoned them. He hired bullies, is what he did. Well, those bullies need to be put back in jail. Minnesota needs to put its foot down and tell ICE, no, we're doing the investigations. We know full well when you guys do this that you try and cover it up and sweep it under the rug. That's not going to happen. You guys are going to be investigated. You will be in jail. And that ICE officer needs to be arrested, period, whatsoever. There were witnesses there. Everybody saw what happened. And the White House tried to put out alternate video and everything else. They're lying. The White House is lying. And normally, the White House stays out of police investigations, okay? They let the local, state, federal handle investigations. Now, it'd be different if, like, the FBI was called in to investigate this ICE incident and do it properly. Then we'll just have to wait for the outcome. But knowing ICE and knowing Noam and knowing the FBI, some of the FBI, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them, the ones that are appointed by Trump or Noam, hi, Carol. They should be held accountable. Okay? Now, I feel sorry for the Good family. The young woman, she's a mother, and she leaves behind her 6-year-old daughter. The girl's going to grow up without a mother. And that guy took away that little girl's mother. He should be in prison. And he should be in there he should be in there for life. Because what he did was aggravated murder. 1st degree. Right there. All the evidence is right there. As the old saying goes, pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? You can't erase what's happened. You can't alter it. Well, the White House is going to try using AI to alter it. Well, that's not going to work. Because you could tell if you see a video, you could tell the difference between what's real and what's AI, of how it's set up and how it's presented. Now, most of those that put out AI put a label on there and say Sora. Sora is I guess it's a company that does AI videos. And they put their label on there. Sora means it's stating that this is AI. This is how they label it. Where stupid ass Trump, and yes, I'm calling him stupid. He's stupid. Miller's stupid. Miller, you need to resign. You need to go somewhere. You're the one that needs to be deported, Miller. I think Trump needs to be deported. You keep trying to deport everybody else. We could deport him. We could strip him of his citizenship. Go, bye-bye. You know? And people would say, oh, well, you're not being respectful to the president. Trump is not my president. He never has been. Even the first term, he never has been. He does not know how anything works, ever. And yes, he's showing signs of dementia. Yes. It's the way he walks, the way he wanders, everything else. Yes, that's the signs of it. I seen it. I seen it twice. I seen it with my mother, and I seen it with my mother-in-law. My dead mother-in-law. It's really sad. It really is. But Trump has narcissism, and his has been it was how he was raised and how his parents never fully understood what was going on with him. They should have took him to a child psychologist. That's what they should have done. And they should have been very firm, not super strict, but very firm in manners. Okay? In other words, he needed to be taught self-awareness. He needed to be taught morals. Well, he wasn't taught that. His father didn't teach him that. His father raised Trump to say, well, don't be responsible for your actions. Well, yeah, you have to be responsible for your actions. Everybody does. But with Trump's narcissism and wanting to be in attention all the time, if you don't really believe me, check with Mary Trump. She's Mary Trump Media, and she explains how all this came about. Okay? And so, my message to Trump company and DOJ, stop the lying. Let the state of Minnesota do the investigations. And yes, ICE is supposed to be federal, but they don't act like they're federal. Their uniforms are wrong. Arrest the guy. There have been a couple of, in California, there have been a couple of ICE, so-called ICE agents that were arrested and they were caught committing a crime, such as assault and such as violation of First Amendment rights to the victim. They're in jail right now. Okay? Governor Newsom did not play around. He put his foot down. And you know what happened? Trump backed off. So if every governor in this country steps in and steps on ICE, Trump, and the government and say, nope, you can't do this. It's a violation of state law. It's a violation of federal law. If you violate that, you're going to go to jail. They need to be told that. Trump needs to be told that. And right now, the House, and on the other aspect of it, remember, everything's tied in together, okay? If you, what's happening is that the House had just ruled yesterday, extended the ACA subsidies, extended it for 3 years. Good, thank you. And also the Senate put out the resolution to restrict Trump's belligerence in the military against Venezuela, Greenland, Canada, any of our NATO allies. And Greenland they're just about this far from opening fire, but they won't for now. But they're very close. And there's an old saying, Trump, be careful what you wish for, you may get it. International stage-wise. That's what's going to happen. I hope not. But you don't sit there and try to invade a sovereign country. You're following what Putin is doing to Ukraine. And we need to stand up more to Russia and say, hey, Russia, pack up everything up, clean everything up, and then go home. And I'm really tired of a bully country bullying another country. That's what I'm tired of. And just this morning, another Venezuelan oil tanker's been seized. Well, you don't seize another ship. You know what that's called? Does Trump really know what that is called when that happens? That's being a pirate. That's what pirates did in the 1700s. 1800s. They go after ships that are full of cargo, which is gold, jewelry, all kinds of things, rum, all kinds of valuable items on board their ships and their cargo holds, and pirates go in and attack those ships, and they try to seize what's in the cargo holds. In Trump's case, he's going after Venezuelan oil ships. Well, many of the other countries use Venezuelan oil because they do trade with Venezuela. And they're not getting oil because Trump keeps seizing it. Well, Trump, give them back their ships, give them back their oil. Get out of Venezuela. Put Maduro back and let the people of Venezuela deal with Maduro. Let the people of Venezuela solve their own problems. They've done it before. Okay? Stop sticking your nose in other countries' business, Trump. Unless it threatens our interests. Okay? And yes, Chevron's been down there for 103 years with the oil. But they said the problem with the oil is that it has to be double refined. Many of you guys didn't know that or didn't read it. There was an article as to why the Venezuelan oil is not all that good. Okay? Totally compared to what our oil is. Is that the oil there in Venezuela is full of tar. And tar is very, very sticky. Okay? And so they have to double refine it. They have to have special plants to refine the oil. There's one in Texas, and then there's one in Venezuela that refines oil. After it's refined, then they ship it. Okay. Um, but I like to see us go back to uh, green energy. Start using solar, start, doing the solar and everything else. I don't know what Trump's problem is. I don't think he understands it. And he doesn't understand anything. He's being stupid. Miller's being stupid. And Miller's dictating to Trump what to tell him what to do. And Miller needs to be hauled out of the Oval Office and thrown in the pokey. Because I'm pretty sure he committed a lot of crimes too. Oh, they're being watched. And I love it when Jack Smith put some of the MAGA people in the Senate hearings in their place and say, this is the information. And he said, do you know it's against federal law to destroy evidence? He wanted this out in the open. He wanted this televised. And they were afraid of what happened to get out. Well, it's going to get out anyway. So, my other suggestion to Venezuela is this. Start pushing back. Trump had no right to go into Venezuela whatsoever. No right. He had no right to go into any other country. He can't buy Greenland. Greenland's a sovereign country. And it's a territory of Denmark. You don't want to mess with the Danes, Trump. You don't want to mess with Denmark. Not a good idea. Okay? Push back. Greenland and Denmark push back. Canada really push back. Okay? Canada feels sorry for us, the American people, ourselves. They really do. They're like, we're sorry to see you guys go through this. Too bad there's not a way of helping you get a better leader. And we do need a better leader. I would love to see a new leader right now. I really do. You know what I wanted for Christmas? I wanted a new president. I didn't want that idiot sitting in the Oval Office. And yes, I'm being sharp-tongued about it. Because I am sick and tired of all this going on. And I'm sure you guys are too. Okay? And the people say, well, that's not going to happen and anything else. When you say it's not going to happen, and yes, I said it in my other videos, that's because when you say it's not going to happen, you're condoning it. Stop condoning it. Start standing up. Get your head out of the sand. Trump does not have the power whatsoever. The power is in 3 branches of government. It's in Congress, it's in the judicial, which is the Supreme Court, which they have rebuked Trump a number of times, and executive branch needs an overhaul. So anyway, next week the regular scheduled time in my chat shows, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be aware there may be some schedule changes because, as you know, life happens. I want you guys to have a good weekend. Tomorrow, this weekend, is wild card weekend for the NFL. There are 4 teams. Yeah, 4 teams each that are playing the wild cards to qualify for their respective AFC and NFC championships. And those that do go on to the Super Bowl which happens in February 9th and happens next month. So, Seahawks is on a 1 week bye, so they get a chance to rest, practice. We get most of the games here will be held here because we have home field advantage. And I would like to see the Seahawks win the Super Bowl this year. I really do. We need a big boost on that. Now, the Kraken were doing pretty good this past week. The Seattle Kraken, the National Hockey League team. They were doing good until last night when they got beat by the Minnesota Wild. But they kept persevering. And that's what happens. You push, you persevere, you eventually win it. Okay, I will see you guys later. Take care. I will post this on my YouTube channel of the same name, Ginger's Chat Show. And feel free to leave any comments. Be sure to share. I need more subscribers so I can go live on YouTube. Solely on YouTube. So far, Facebook has been behaving itself, which is good. The only thing I can't see on here is that the comments are not coming through on this. Why, I don't know. Unless Zuckerberg is afraid of freedom of speech or something. But anyway, feel free to post some notes and do it on YouTube. I'll go check on my YouTube page and see what comments come up and everything. So, have a good weekend, guys, and I will see you on Monday. And thank you for watching. Bye.